This is a tutorial video about linear differential equation from the book Advanced Engineering Mathematics by Wiley. From page 111, number 75, we have here the given equation y triple prime minus 2y double prime plus 10y prime is equals to 3x e raised to the power of x. Given the condition y equals to negative 1/3, y prime is equals to 0, y double prime is equals to 1/3 when x is equals to 0. First, we will solve complementary solution. We have y triple prime minus 2y double prime plus 10y prime we will equate this as to 0. So we have d cubed y minus 2d squared y plus 10dy is equals to 0. Then factor the y, we have d cubed minus 2d squared plus 10d, quantity y is equals to 0. And we will make it as m, so m cubed minus 2m squared plus 10m is equals to 0. You can factor again the m, so we have m, quantity m squared minus 2m plus 10 is equals to 0. So we will find the value of m, the roots of m. We have m1 is equals to 0, m2 is equals to 1 plus 3i, m3 is equals to 1 minus 3i. This m2 and m3 is, in case 3, type of roots. So our yc is c1 e raised to the power of 0, or c1, or equals, it will be equal to c1 plus e raised to the power of 1 times x from here, then c2 cos 3x, it comes from here, then plus c3 sine 3x. Using the undetermined coefficients, next we will find the particular solution. The function there is equals to 3x e of x. So we have particular solution ax plus b, quantity e raised to the power of x. So our yp is equals to, we will distribute this ex here, so we have ax ex plus b e raised to the power of x. So when getting the y prime, we have ae raised to the power of x plus ax e raised to the power of x plus b e raised to the power of x. So our y prime, we will factor this aex and bex, so we have a plus b times e raised to the power of x plus ax e raised to the power of x. Next is we will find the y double prime. We have a plus b e raised to the power of x plus ae raised to the power of x plus ax e raised to the power of x. So we will factor this ax e raised to the power of x, this a e raised to the power of x to here. So it will become y double prime is equals to 2a plus b e raised to the power of x plus ax ex. Next is we will find the y triple prime. So we have 2a plus b times e raised to the power of x plus a e raised to the power of x plus ax e raised to the power of x. We will factor this aex here, so it will become y triple prime is equals to 3a plus b e raised to the power of x plus ax e raised to the power of x. So given the equation y triple prime minus 2y double prime plus 10y prime is equals to 3x e raised to the power of x, we will substitute this y prime, y double prime, y triple prime in this equation. So we have in y prime, we have 3a plus b e raised to the power of x plus ax e raised to the power of x. And in 2y prime, this is negative 4a minus 2b e raised to the power of x minus 2ax ex. Since we have here 2, so we will multiply this 2 in the y prime. Then next we have 10 times y prime. We have 10a plus 10b e raised to the power of x plus 10ax e raised to the power of x equals to 3x ex. So we have 10a, then this is 4a, 10 minus 4 is equals to 6, plus 3 we have 9a, then 10 minus 2 we have 8, plus 1 is equals to 9b, so 9a plus 9b times ex, plus 10 minus 2 we have 8, plus 1 is equals to 9, so through the elimination we have 9a plus 9b times e raised to the power of x plus 9a x e raised to the power of x is equals to 3x ex. In here, I just use simple elimination method to arrive in this equation. So we have the 9a is equals to 3, so we can get now the value of a. A is equals to 1/3, and after that we can already get the value of b. Since 9a plus 9b is equals to 0, so b is equals to negative 1/3. Having the value of a as 1/3, so b is equals to negative 1/3. So our yp now is equals to 1/3 x e raised to the power of x minus 1/3 e raised to the power of x. So our general solution is y is equals to complementary solution plus particular solution. We have y is equals to c1 plus ex times c2 cos 3x plus c3 sin 3x plus 1/3 x e raised to the power of x minus 1/3 e raised to the power of x. When x is equals to 0, y is equals to negative 1/3, we have here, from the general solution, substitute this value, we have here, negative 1/3 equals to c1 plus e raised to the power of 0 times c2 cos 0 plus c3 sin 0 minus 1/3 e raised to the power of 0. This sin 0 will become 0, and we can have already negative 1/3 is equals to c1 plus c2 minus 1/3. We will cancel this negative 1/3 and negative 1/3 here. We have c1 plus c2 is equals to 0. So this will be our equation number 1. Next is when x is equals to 0, y prime is equals to 0. So we will get the y prime of that general solution. We have y prime is equals to ex times negative 3c2 sin 3x plus ex times c2 cos 3x plus ex 3c3 cos 3x plus ex c3 sin 3x plus 1/3 x ex plus 1/3 e raised to the power of x minus 1/3 e raised to the power of x. Substitute this given condition in this equation, so we have 0 equals e raised to the power of 0 minus 3c squared 3c2 sin 0 plus e to the power of 0 c2 cos 0 plus e to the power of 0 times 3c3 cos 0 plus e to the power of 0 c3 sin 0 plus 1/3 e raised to the power of 0 minus 1/3 e raised to the power of 0. So we have now c2 plus 3c3 is equals to 2. That will be our equation number 2. Next is when x is equals to 0, y is equals to 1/3. Y double prime is equals to 1/3. So we have y double prime is equals to ex times negative 9c squared cos 3x plus negative 3c squared sin 3x times e raised to the power of x plus e to the power of x times negative 3c 2 sin 3x plus c2 cos 3x e raised to the power of x plus e raised to the power of x minus 9c 3 sin 3x plus 3c3 cos 3x times e raised to the power of x plus e raised to the power of x 3c3 cos 3x plus e raised to the power of x times c3 sin 3x plus 1/3 x e raised to the power of x plus 1/3 e raised to the power of x plus 1/3 e raised to the power of x minus 1/3 e raised to the power of x. We have now, this is y double prime. So we have now 1/3 is equals to e raised to the power of 0 times negative 9c2 cos 0 plus negative 3c2 sin 0 times e raised to the power of 0 plus e raised to the power of 0 times negative 3c2 sin 0 plus c2 cos 0 e raised to the power of 0 plus e raised to the power of 0 times negative 9c3 sin 0 plus 3c3 cos 0 times e raised to the power of 0 plus e raised to the power of 0 3c3 cos 0 plus e raised to the power of 0 sin c3 sin 0 plus 0 plus 1/3 e raised to the power of 0 plus 1/3 e raised to the power of 0 minus 1/3 times 0. So we have 0 is equals to negative 9c2 plus c2 plus 3c3 plus 3c3. Since this is in the same term and also this, so we have our third equation is negative 8c2 plus 6c3 equals to 0. Combining those equation, we have c1 plus c2 is equals to 0, c2 plus 3c3 is equals to 0, 6c3 minus 8c2 equals to 0. With this equation, we can find the value of c1, c2, and c3. And their value is c1 is equals to c2 is equals to c3 is equals to 0. Then substitute this value to the general solution. We have y equals to 1/3 times x minus 1 times e raised to the power of x. This will be our final answer. Next is from page 121, number 3. Find the displacement y as a function of time. Take g is equals to 980 centimeter per second squared. So we have here our weight is equals to 45 kilogram. Our k is equals to 9 kg per centimeter. Y sub o is equals to 0. V sub o is equals to 28 centimeter per second. We have here the equation. 45 all over 980 d squared y plus 9y is equals to 0. So we will multiply this as 980 over 45 to make here as 1. So we have d squared y plus 196y is equals to 0. This here is the force. So this squared plus 196 is equals to 0. This will be our auxiliary solution. So m squared plus 196 is equals to 0. Find the value of m. We have m squared is equals to negative 196, mi is equals to 14i, m2 is equals to negative 14i. So this is in a case 3 type of roots. We have y is equals to c1 cos 14t plus c2 sin 14t. So at t is equals to 0, y is equals to 0, we have here 0 is equals to c1 cos 0 plus c2 sin 0. So, our c1 will be 0, or it will be equal to y equals to c2 sin 14t, since our c1 is equals to 0, and this will be our final answer in the general solution. In y prime, we have equals to 14c2 cos 14t. Then we have here, this y prime is equals to the velocity given before. It is at t is equals to 0, v sub o or velocity is equals to 28 centimeter per second. So we'll substitute the y prime, the vo in y prime. We have 28 is equals to 14 c2 cos 0, because 14 times 0 is equals to 0. We have c2 is equals to 2. Then y is equals to 2 sin 14t